Like a Hellcat.
What happened to his innings? Shakib Ul Hasan, tumbling effort in the end, got a bit of help from Misbah-ul Haq. Hit him on the body and part of helmet, and the ball ballooned up once again.
Oh dear, oh well, he's immediately, that was vicious. I don't think there was any deliberate intent to try and hit Stokes there, but in fact I think the Australians are asking whether that's obstructing the field, because Stokes was in the way of the throw, which was aimed at the stumps.
Stokes was just trying to protect himself.
I think he was just trying to get back in his crease, really, as much as anything. Well, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Because you could say that Stokes is trying to protect himself, and you could say he's trying to stop the ball from hitting the stumps.
Yeah, but surely you've got to be sure that the ball's going to go on and hit the stumps.
I think it's just an instinctive reaction from Stokes. I don't think, even though in slow motion it looks as if he's deliberately trying to interfere with the ball's path, I actually think that he was just fending it off, as you say, Michael, in defence.
Well, this is interesting that the Australians think they've got him. I'm pretty sure that the umpire's finger is going to be up in the air very shortly.
And he's been given out. Well, that's a surprise. Stokes can't believe it. And the Australians are staring him down. Steve Smith is explaining to Owen Morgan.
Oh, and that must have been very close to stumps. He's knocked the bails off. Or has he used his hands? It seems to me the bails are still on there. It may be that he's out-handled.
You know, the same plan by Maradona won Argentina a FIFA World Cup, but India's Amarnath loses his wicket.
He walked, didn't wait for a decision. We'll watch that again. It's pushed down, it's going back towards the stumps. And yes, he handles the ball. Jimmy Amarnath out handling the ball, and he gives him...
Oh, there he goes. He's gone. He can't believe it. That's gone. And there's a bit of celebration and a tackle out in the centre.
He's walking. It wasn't. It was well below the waist. Now, the bat comes out of the hand, and it goes and hits, it falls on the stumps. Now that...
And the next one is played. Now they're asking for an appeal here. They're throwing the ball in. Inzamam, I thought, might have been out of his ground. What is both the umpires? And he's given him out. Now, the point was that he was out of his ground. He's out obstructing the field there, and he's questioning the umpire here. It was thrown in from mid-off, and he's still out of his ground, and he's hit the ball back, and he's not happy, and he has to go.
According to the law, he is out. He's out of his ground there, Misbah-ul Haq. He's still a long way out of his crease. He shouldn't be doing that. But I know a lot of laws in the game that people don't appeal for. Not too sure if that's really in the spirit of the game.
Sure what, he was just giving himself too much room, and probably not the best leave I've ever seen.
Goes out from the slow looping full toss leg break. It wasn't the bean ball. The one-day bowler fooled Bracewell totally in change of pace, just gone under his bottom and lobbed at the base of the stump, and that is an embarrassing way to...
Oh, now he could be out here. I think he's still on his stumps. Franklin flicking one to the leg side will be out at wicket here.
Well, he slipped over. He's gone to flick it down the leg side. His feet have gone away from underneath him. Not sure whether the spikes are long enough or not. His just feet have slipped out from underneath him and cannoned into his stumps and knocked the bails off. There he goes. There, he's just slipped and kicked the bails off. ended up on the ground and gone.
It's his front leg. Have a look at this. His front leg as he turns to follow where he's hit the ball.
Oh, that's hit him. And that's gone onto the wicket as well. He's dismissed Peterson with a dramatic delivery. Dwayne Bravo has done it again for the West Indies.
Again, the short pitch will work. Oh, no, that's a good strike on the back of the neck. An unpleasant strike. Incredible bit of bowling. Incredible.
It's hit his helmet, and I just... this has gone. Worried about the height and whether it was a no ball, but neither of the umpires have signalled.
This has hit him fair on the side of the helmet in a normal stance. Well, boy. And back onto the stumps. The question is the height, and this is all you can consider. It's gone above shoulder height and hit him about the ear. And he's going. Adam Pelori's on his way. They've had their chat, the umpires, and they've decided. Now that's gone back onto the stumps. It's ripped the strap open, broken the...
No easy task either. Oh, is that a freak? It is a freak. It's a freak end for Andrew Symonds. You'd almost never see it, and you certainly can't believe it, whoever you are. You just got to have a giggle.
Well, certainly the batsman can't believe it. The non-striker can't believe it. Andrew Symonds clipped it pretty firmly in the air. It's hit Michael Clarke on the leg, perhaps on the pad, and rebounded straight to mid-wicket.